Greetings, everybody. So, this is gonna be a collective energy reading. Like I said, I'm gonna take a little break from doing love messages just for a little bit and concentrate on healing stuff. Um, so yeah, giveaway. I'm gonna give you guys some details on that and such. Okay. I'm doing completely what I was guided and led to do when it comes to all of that. Give me 1 second so I can write this down. So I was guided to do a giveaway, some healing sessions, or your choice of a healing session, or an angelic guidance reading, or ancestral guidance reading. I was guided to do that. So this is going to be for those that really need clarity in regards to healing is concerned. So as far as like love and all of that, like romantic situations and stuff, you guys can book personal readings because it's not meant for that. This is like to do some healing work right now. Like spirit's calling me to certain people for a reason. So how I'm going to do this giveaway, let's talk about it. Okay, how am I going to do this giveaway is Spirit gave me surnames. Okay, so certain surnames were given to me, and every day or whatever day I'm guided to announce a name, whoever has that surname, and you gotta show proof about like that's your name. Like y'all can't be, trying to play to get a free reading and stuff like that. There's a reason why Spirit's telling me to do it this way. It's the reason. I don't know why, but I have a list of last names of whoever is called to receive a reading, basically. So that's just what I was guided to do. So I have a list of different surnames, and I'll call them out every day. If you guys follow me on Instagram, or you guys follow me here on YouTube, or subscribe to my channel, be on the lookout, because I have the names. They were divinely given to me. So some of y'all might like, oh, that's not fair, such and such. I'm just going off of what Divine Spirit is leading me to do, because Spirit knows something that I don't know. So I'm just going off of that. Okay. So with that being said, subscribe here, or you guys can follow me on Instagram for updates. I'll let you guys know whatever days I'm led to do these, your choice of a free healing session with me, or an angelic guidance reading, or an ancestral guidance reading from me. See if your name is one of those names, and like y'all can't like play me and like, oh yeah, that's my last name and it's not your name and all that. Like for real, like honesty please, okay? Because I'm giving this away purely from my heart, completely guided by God. I don't have to do this. So the names that I have is the names I was given, and I will show you guys the surname. One of the names are very, very strong. One of the last names that came to me, and I heard somebody say it. So like someone said it outside. I don't know where I heard someone say the name, but I was like, okay, that's my confirmation that that was given to me. So that was, I'm gonna, yeah. All right. So I'll let you guys know soon. Probably tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. If not tomorrow, then Monday I will post the first surname that I was given, and anyone that has that surname, email me. It's best to email me. Please do not DM me on Instagram. Please just email me at waluchildreadings@gmail.com. Okay, email me. All right. So the collective reading. So those of you here for the collective message, for the spirit baby message, I've been guided to do readings for children as well. So I'm going to tap into that. I've written down a whole channeled everything, whatever spirit wanted me to know, wanted me to share with y'all. I wrote it down last night. I'm going to pull some cards, of course, but I wanted to just share with you what was given to me, what was channeled. And this is in regards to spirit babies. If you guys are not familiar with what that means, These are babies, children that have not made it to this physical realm yet, or they could be, you know, they're pretty much like your spirit guides as well, but they're your babies, they're your children, they're connected to you in some type of way. A lot of you are already familiar with them. I'm going to share the channel message first, and like I said, I'm going to pull some cards. The Spirit's directing my channel to get more into the divine mission and purpose of divine connections, divine unions. Yes, I'll still do the, you know, the little, you know, the general stuff, but I'm going to share things like it's time to like tap more into this, and Spirit's guiding me to help children more, or people that have children, or people that are guardians of children if they're not their own child, or siblings, or nieces, nephews, whatever, you know, to help with that. Okay, so let's tap in to the message. I have a lot written down, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. Okay, so what I channeled was the next set of babies that are coming into this collective. It's like a wave of new souls. Like, these are souls that have not been here yet at all. They have not had any carnations or whatever, reincarnations or anything on this planet, on Earth. These will be rainbow children. So rainbow children, from my understanding what they are, these are very highly intuitive people and children. It's very rare to come across a rainbow person, a rainbow child. Is rare. They're more sensitive to environments, more so than an indigo and crystal, because the crystals and the indigos have been, they're old souls. They've been here many, many, many times, and they've gone through the different cycles of this earth school. Whereas rainbows are new to this planet, and it's like putting someone in a different environment or habitat that they're not used to. So their way of communication will be through gestures, not so much verbal communication. So they may look at you a certain way. They may communicate with you just solely off of their eyes, their gestures. You might be like, okay, well, what's wrong with my child? Like, they're not talking, or they don't talk much, but I feel like they might show you things. They might use symbols and stuff to talk to you. These are very like advanced beings, or souls, I should say. So like, let's say for instance, they don't communicate, they don't talk. So they might form something to give you, I don't know how to explain it. How it was, like, how I'm seeing it is like, say for instance, like a child has like a piece of paper or something, or some crayons or markers or something, and they draw something out to you to talk to you, or they signal something to you. Like, they communicate differently than we do, first and foremost, rather than verbal. That's not their first means of communication, if that makes sense. Yeah, don't be alarmed by their choice of clothes. Like, I'm getting for them, like, some of you guys be like, okay, well, why does my son want to wear like a pink something? I don't know. And you might look at it as weird. I might like turn some people off with this, because some people are like, no, I'm not saying or suggesting that it is or it isn't okay for your child to wear pink dresses and stuff. That's not what I'm saying. They may be interested in stuff that, okay, because you have to look at it from this perspective too. You got to look at it from this perspective. They have not been here before, so they don't come here going, okay, well, pink means it's for girls and blue is only for boys, or I can't play with trucks because I'm a girl. Like, they don't know that. Not to say that you shouldn't, like, you know, teach them or show them, you know, what that is, what's the difference, or whatever your choice of parenting is. But what I am saying is they don't have that type of restriction in what they, like, this is a no, like, oh, I can't do this. They don't have that. Even when we came here as children, we didn't have those limitations until we were taught what was and what we shouldn't do, and, oh, you know, it's unrealistic. Like, we didn't have that until that was instilled in us. So I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like they'll experiment with like different types of colors. They're very, and like, they're very spontaneous, artistic. They're very advanced. They are um, like eccentric. Like they're very, very different. I feel like they're the type that prefers happy environments. I don't feel like, and they're not going to be born, and that's one of the things, I don't know if I'm jumping ahead. They'll be born into divine connections, divine unions, so they can't be in environments where it's toxicity. Like, say, us indigos or crystal children, we might have been brought up in toxic, like, environments, homes, like, could have been single parent homes, broken homes, whatever, um, born to narcissistic parents or narcissistic parents or whatever, whereas an indigo, that they can't operate in that environment, so they're being born into healthy environments in ways of a divine connection, divine union. So divine unions are also rare too. So most likely they're going to be born to indigo or crystal parents, if that makes sense. Yeah, because they can't stand hostile and lower vibrational environments. So also, as indigos and as crystals assignments, they are different. So our assignments versus a rainbow child is very, very, very different. They're very, very different than our assignments as crystals and indigos versus the rainbows. So what we've been here, like I said, we're old souls. We've been here time and time and time again. We know, like, Earth School, like how it operates, and also coming into this being programmed into certain belief systems and certain things like that. And our job as crystals and indigos is to shift that energy so that the rainbow children can thrive, because the rainbow children represent a new earth. They represent the divine promise of the divine, if that makes sense. So yeah, rainbows represent a new earth. They are manifestations of the promise. The job of these indigo and crystal divine partners and unions is to create this new earth and new system. That's what I wrote down. Which can only be done via divine love and soul work. So your soul work depends on your divine union. Like, it's not just gonna just come and just happen with no work. In order to experience divine love, you have to understand that within yourself, what the concept of divine love is. Divine love is God's love, or our Creator's love. That energy. So Spirit pointed out years, like certain years that might be significant: 2023, 2024, 2025. Specifically does not mean that you won't give birth. I feel like a lot of quarantine babies are going to be rainbow children. It's something with that. Something with that. Some of you may not actually have physical birth. Some of you guys may adopt and all of that. Like, Spirit's going to guide you and lead you into how that's going to work. A lot of you guys are going to have twin children, twin babies. Not everybody, but I feel like majority of you will. Most of them will be 2 boys, and others of you most likely will be male and female twins. Not too many girl and girl twin babies for some reason. I didn't get that. I picked up more boys and more female and a male and female twin set, if that makes sense. So let's see what else. I wrote a lot, y'all. So just bear with me, because some of this stuff can be like, what the fuck is she talking about? But this is just what came to me. So a lot of these children will be miracle children, because the world, so the world that we're coming into, they're trying to introduce us to, like, artificial beings, the AI beings. Like, they're trying to brainwash the kids already by, like, certain, it's this music artist. I don't think it's really an AI. I think it's a gimmick, but it's the point of it is trying to introduce us. And a few years ago, it was the whole designer baby thing. Like, oh, you can pick out the color eyes of your baby, and some crazy shit, which is not natural. So they're trying to bring in and usher in these artificial beings and brainwash us into that, to where it's almost like natural births and all of that is like a taboo. Like it's not gonna be normal anymore. It's also gonna be like, oh, it's like it's a part of a program, if that makes sense. So I feel like more of the population control also plays a role with this, and I might lose some people with this, but I just have to say what the fuck I wrote down. It says the soulful beings, people that are filled with the soul, basically, they don't want you here. They don't want you here. Basically, because like I said, they're trying to like control the population as much as they can, and because there's so many people waking up, they can't control you anymore. The food is not helping enough. You know, the toxic environment is not killing off enough people. The vaccines is not killing off enough people. The programming on TV, it's not fucking with you enough. Some of their plans are not working. So what they're trying to do now is brainwash you into this artificial world, basically, more so. So stop these soul-filled beings from coming into this planet, because if you do, it's like, okay, well, we don't follow into your order of this portal of illusion that you created for us because we're waking up to it. Versus if I create an artificial being, they're soulless. They don't have a soul. So I can implant any ideas, any type of systems, programmings, beliefs into them, and it's not a divine thing. It's not a divine natural thing, if that makes sense. So they're trying to exclude the God energy. That's what they're trying to do. So I feel like, yeah, let me stop because I'm all over the place. The AI seeds are soulless. I put seeds, I don't know, that's what I put. The AI seeds are soulless and can be programmed and energetically hijacked to be whatever the rulers of this dimension can influence them however they like. They don't want peace. They despise anything that stems from love. So these designer people, babies, or whatever are going to be the new norm. They need DNA samples from you to carry the genetics of the child, but all the other shit is laboratory shit, if that makes sense. Like, it's not natural. They get to tamper with stuff. And a lot of people are submitting their DNA samples already in labs, so you don't know what they're doing with that. You don't know what they're doing with your DNA, basically. So yeah, they're trying to get you comfortable with this mechanical stuff. And like, I noticed too, like, they're creating these sex dolls and stuff that are like, they talk to you, and like they know, like they figured, like they know how to relate to you and stuff, like some weird shit. I think they got male and female sex dolls that are like robots, basically. It's weird. So they're trying to get people like into that and be desensitized from having soul connections, soul bonds with people. Like, that's the whole thing. So yeah, and then all this propaganda about birth rates dropping. Maybe in some groups, I don't feel like it's for majority, because like there's a lot of people that's fucking pregnant and stay pregnant, so I don't believe that. I feel like that's like some type of like I said, propaganda. Yeah, but these rainbow children, they may all pop out. Like it might be like a baby boomer type situation. It's gonna be a lot of them that come in to the world. So just keep that in mind. And I feel like some of them are gonna be born at home, and it's because of where things are going. Like whether the hospitals is real restricted on, based off of the health, you know, what's going on in, you know, with that situation, or this new system of only certain people, if you have a certain idea or something. Y'all know where I'm going with that. Like, that's what I wrote. It's like a limit. Is whether it's limits in the vacancy of the hospitals, or it's like certain people cannot get that proper treatment. But some of you may decide to have babies at home, but I feel like a lot of babies are going to be born in home. Like a situation where it's like you don't have all of that stuff to, like, how do I explain it? You don't have nurses, and you don't have all this fancy stuff, you know, at the hospitals and all of that. Like, you're doing it by yourself or with loved ones, or it's like you have no choice but to do it that way. I feel like it's something miracle-like about it. So the signs of your children coming to you, coming in, um, Spirit wants you guys to get familiar too with your spirit baby if you're not. Some people already like have names for their spirit baby. Some people have seen them before in dreams. Yeah, do not. But I feel like some people's DNA and some people's blood is not, it's going to reject that vaccine. Like a lot of people said they got sick from, I don't know. I feel like, I'm going to share this with y'all because a lot of people said that they got sick when they took the influenza shot. Like they got sicker or they got sick anyway. I took that shit when I was pregnant with my daughter. My daughter was born early, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I mean, it's possible that that had something to do with it, but I was also going through a lot at the time. But I feel like that probably could have played a role in it. Yeah, reject that shit. Anywho, yeah, your children, I feel like they're around you. So the signs I have is in your dreams, or you'll have reoccurring dreams of spirit babies. Um, Spirit babies coming to you in other ways. It could be through visions that you have. Others may have dreams about you having children or being pregnant. Um, you might have sudden baby fever for some of you that you just didn't have. Some of you guys may be planning and preparing for your life in a different way, in some type of way. Like it's, I wouldn't say an urgency, but you're planning things a little bit different. You're going about life differently. Some of you guys may be feeling like it's time um, to mate, whether you're male or female. It's time to mate or it's time to settle down. For some of you, like that resonate with divine connections, desiring union more. Um, Change in eating habits or weird cravings. Oh, thank you. So changing your eating habits and weird cravings. So like you may be wanting to eat differently, eat better. For some of you, you might just be eating like weird shit like out of nowhere. And I feel like this is for male and female. It does not have to be just for women or whatever. But like this can be for everybody. Desire to exercise more or exercise now. If you're not someone that's into fitness and stuff like that, could be that's what you're into now. Or I'm gonna take more walks. I'm gonna bike ride. Whatever you feel led to do, it could be more of that. Baby names coming to you. Some of you, like I said, already have baby names. Maybe you guys have baby names since you were like kids or something, but that's coming to you, or spirit gives you baby names. I feel like it's more so that these baby names come to you divinely rather than you be like, oh, that would be so cute to like it's something deeper with that. Some of you guys may actually have pregnancy symptoms when you're not even in the space to get pregnant. So you might not even be having sex or anything like that. Could be on birth control or some type of means where and this is for the women, where you can't get pregnant or you don't think you could get pregnant or you're just not in the space to where that's possible right now. You're having those pregnancy symptoms. So it could be nausea, could be like cramps for some of you, not able to sleep comfortably. It's different types of symptoms to pregnancy, but I feel like you'll get some of that. There's also a strong desire for more sexual intimacy. So rather than just thirsting for sex, it's more of a soulful type connection to sex. You desire that more. Strong sexual desires for your divine counterpart, if you have one, or your mate. You see the color pink and blue often. If you guys are clairvoyant, you might see auras. You might see it in your visions. You might see those colors often in your dreams. It could just be like you start to see it like it's coming to you. You got to be careful with signs and synchronicities and stuff and use your discernment, because when we desire something, we often, when we desire it, we'll find those signs of synchronicities. There's a difference when it just is on your path. Like you can tell when it's on your path, or when it's something that's is given or shown to you rather than you seeking it, it comes to you. So yeah, seeing twin babies or adult twins. So like seeing twin babies or adults that are twin siblings often, especially those of you that will give birth to twins. This is significant for you. You will probably see twin babies often, or adults, like, or someone that's like, oh, I have a twin brother, or I have a twin sister, like something like that. Then you have a desire to relive your childhood or do more childlike things. So you may be more drawn to like, oh, I want to watch, I don't know, princess shows or movies, or I want to like do like sports and stuff that I used to do when I was little or a little kid or something, or I want to play Barbies with my kids or something, like whatever. Some of you guys already have children, some of you don't. Because the next thing that I was picking up is children will be drawn to you, or babies will be drawn to you. If you're someone that already likes kids or has kids or is around kids often and they like gravitate towards you, I feel like there may be like more of a desire to be around you all the time than normal, than like usually. Kids, friends, or family members might mention will you be having or having more children. So it's not something that they pressure you about often. This is something random. Like, why are y'all asking about that? Or it's random. So if you guys have kids or a child, they may say, oh, I want a sibling, I want a little brother, I want a little sister or something. It might be just random. They don't always come out saying that. Or your family might ask you, or your friends might say something about babies, or, oh, I had a dream about you having a baby or something. Like, it could be just something random, but it's not an often, like, you know how some family members pressure you, like, oh, when you gonna have a child, when you gonna have more kids, or when you gonna get married and all that. It's not like that. It's random. Yeah, so it's something that's not often mentioned to you. So that's what I've channeled for there. So I'm gonna pull some cards too. All right. Well, that's exciting, isn't it? Oh, and this just came to me. If there's like a child, like if you guys know, if you're, say you're already married, you're already in a divine connection or union, or maybe you have not yet, if you know your person's name or something, like a name associated to your person or something, if there's a baby with that name, that's another sign. Something with that. But like I said, you got to use your discernment. Alright, so let's tap into what Spirit wants you guys to know further, like with this, with the whole spirit babies, with your, you know, what is the message? What do you want them to know, God? I fully remove my ego. I remove myself from this message, from this reading. I ask for divine protection, divine covering. All spirit babies are welcome to come through and speak. It's for a safe place, a safe environment for them. Thank you. All right. The brave little girl. The brave girl. You have the gleeful goat. So yeah, like I said before, like your children, they have a high vibration, and I feel like they're like, it sounds corny, but they're full of laughter. They're happy by nature, by state. That is their vibrational energy. So some of you guys may have a child that's a Leo, a female child that is a Leo. They're very brave. Like, they don't have limits. These rainbow children, they don't have that. Their energy is pure. And until, you know, we come in with that, but I don't feel like Spirit's going to allow that again, because they're being born of divine unions, divine connections, and the energy that we're shifting into, this new energy, this new earth, it's different from the environments that we had to grow up in, if that makes sense. All right, what else do you want? Ew. The bird who believes in herself. The bluebirds. If y'all been like watching me for a minute, I've been saying like it's something with, I don't remember exactly what I channeled, but I said if you see a bluebird, such and such, like this is such and such is what Spirit wants you to know. I don't remember what I said, But I do remember this blue bird is just like, she keeps popping up, or he keeps popping up, and it's a messenger of love. And I feel like it's also a sign to prepare for something. So there's a strong baby girl energy coming up. It's not for everybody, but it's a strong female child energy that's coming up. And this is for you to prepare and to believe in what you're manifesting and what you're calling, like what you're bringing in, to believe in that. The positive fairy. It's a strong girl. It's a baby girl energy. Strong up in here. And it's something attached with the number 3, because you have number 12, which is 1, 2. That's 3. Then you got 31, and then you have 30. It's a strong baby girl here energy. The positive fairy. So they may already be connected to you. They may come to you in nature. The spirit baby's energy in essence. Something with sunflowers. I get Leo, a strong Leo baby. So you guys could have your baby during Leo season, of course. Or you could conceive in Leo season. Does not have to be this coming Leo season. It could be future. The healing angel and the busy night. Yeah, it's a little girl energy. I don't see, there's no boys coming out. So this may not resonate with everyone, and that's okay. But for some of you, this is a little girl. So your babies, some of them are going to be healers, peacemakers, the busy night, lots of energy. They are very skilled and very gifted. If you look at this little girl on here too, she's holding a globe and it's illuminated. So it's like she has this little girl is, for some of y'all, is gifted in bringing people together. And I feel like it's bravery involved, because whatever they're being called to do may require them to go into spiritual battle, if that makes sense. Not at a young age, I don't feel like, but even at a young age, they're very advanced, these babies. The healing angel, your baby could be helping you to heal at night when you're in your sleep. You may have dreams, and I won't be surprised if some of you already, if some of you guys, after this, whatever you watch this, it's timeless. Whenever you watch this, you'll have a dream of a baby in your sleep, and it could heal something for you. Yeah. Could heal something for you. Let's see what else. Spirit says stop. The wise owl. So it's an owl totem. Something with goats and lions could be significant, and bluebirds could be a significant totem to let you know that your child is around. Oh, we have a little boy at the bottom of the deck. The diligent child. So remember how I was saying it's something with like them communicating with signs and symbols and stuff. There's blocks here, and it's like pieces of paper flying in the background. There's music symbols. They may try to communicate with you in other ways rather than verbally communicating. So some of you guys be like, my child's autistic, there's something wrong with them, and it's not that. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get your children checked and stuff like that, but I feel like a lot of them, their communication is not going to be verbal. They may not always want to communicate that way with you, or they may communicate a little later than what people expect children should be talking, or it's something like that. Some of you guys will have your baby at 25, 32, 31, 30 years old. Take what resonates. But the owl totems let you know. I feel like baby boys' totems will be the lions. The girls too, the owls and the goats. For the girls, sunflowers, lions, and bluebirds. And these could be signs in your dreams and let you know that they're around you. These can also be your ancestors speaking to you too, but I feel some of these spirit babies have the gift to help you heal in your sleep. So I'm gonna pull some tarot and see if there's anything else Spirit wants to say. Oh, this is a cute card. The elephant. Elephants could be one too, but you have the successful child. So your boys could be very, could be public figures or something like that. All right, let's see. Queen of Swords, Two of Swords in reverse. Some of y'all already know. You're already intuitive. You already know. You already know that this is divinely orchestrated. Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords. If some of you guys are like, well, I can't have kids and I don't know how, I'm telling you, it's something with miracle babies. These babies are divine promises from the divine. Like, they're a physical manifestation of this new energy, this new earth. Like, so you got to think about it. Divine masculine, divine feminine energy is the divine counterparts, right? The children is kind of like that third energy. That's okay. That's the three. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So going back to what I was saying. So if you think about the Holy Trinity, you think about the Father, the Divine Mother, and the Son. You know, they got that a lot. Whether it's in the Bible, whether it's Isis, Osiris, and Horus, or whatever. However you want to, you know, however you want to place it. You think about it, that third energy, which is divine masculine, divine feminine, and inner child, or the divine child energy. So that three. So these rainbow children is also an extension of that divine, that divinity, that Holy Trinity. So they represent that God promise. The rainbow. When you think of rainbows, you think of promises. You think of the positive after the storm, after you've gone through some shit. So that's a sign. Maybe even for some of you, seeing rainbows and stuff like that are your totems as well, to let you know that your children are coming too. Like, I didn't really pay attention to why I was always seeing rainbows. I thought it was a part of healing, and I feel like that is, to an extent, it's a sign that you're aligned and you're healed, because the seventh chakras, all the chakra colors are in the rainbow. So yeah, I feel like that's part of it, but I feel like it's also connected to these children. And some of you guys already know, and some of you guys are in your head, because you got a lot of swords. You got the Queen of Swords. She looks mad as shit, doesn't she? You got the Eight of Swords in reverse. Got the Two of Swords in reverse. You got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So, like, you guys already know what the deal is. And for some of you guys, like, you're cutting cords, you're releasing toxic energies, toxic beliefs and things like that, so that you can welcome in and usher in this energy. You guys, when I see a lot of swords in a spread, I take that as like spiritual cords, spiritual ties that need to be removed. And I feel like the Queen of Swords is doing that. She's dismantling something. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's coming. Your divine unions are coming. If you're a divine feminine, your divine masculine is coming. If you're the divine masculine, it's almost time. Like, I feel like this is preparation. This is a seed. You see the crops in the back? Like, it's almost time. If not yet, it's almost time. Game time. Oop, this was flipped upwards. The Hierophant. Yeah, it's ordained. And then look, the Sun. Your twin babies. For some of you, not everybody will have twin babies, but for majority of you, I feel like you will. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If not twins, there's a small few of you that may have babies back to back, but I'm sticking to what Spirit said, so I'm getting. And there's the sunflowers in that. So yeah, this is divinely ordained, and I feel like your union has to happen first. Like, whether the union is that you guys get married, because the Hierophant can represent that, the Eight of Cups. So you guys are still walking away and releasing something that doesn't serve you, just like the Eight of Swords in reverse, these two eights. They're releasing karmic energy. 8 to me is like a karmic number sometimes. It does represent infinity. It does represent abundance and power. But I also associate this with karmic energy and rebirth and transformation. So emotionally and mentally, you guys are detaching yourself from things that don't serve you, these toxic cycles. Like, you're coming out of that. I was hoping to get a Hello Kitty card, but Hello Kitty's not showing up. So you got the Star and the Strength. So these are eights, because The strength card is number 8, and then the star is 17, which is 8 technically. 1 plus 7 is 8. So there's something with the 8s. Okay, Lions. Look up Zion in the Bible. I don't know, that just came to me. Zion in the Bible. David and Goliath. I don't know why. David and Goliath. And something with Zion. Zion. Some of you guys may, I know one of my sister's children is that, but you guys may decide to name your child that's coming into the world, or something with David and Goliath. It's a story about that. You don't have to believe in the Bible, but it's something connected to this. And look, there's a boy in the star and there's a girl here on land. You guys, well, that's your boys, and yes, your girl twin for some of you. It's already fated. It's already destined to happen. Strong Leo energy. You guys could be Leos. You got Taurus energy, Aquarius energy, the Wheel of Fortune. You got the 2 frogs. So you got the 4 of Cups, but it was in reverse. You got 2 frogs. Again, it's a strong twin energy here. It's a lot of duality in these cards. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. So a karmic cycle has to be complete yet. It's not done yet. Your karmic cycle is not yet complete. Almost. You and your divine counterparts, it's almost done. It's almost done. Just not quite yet. Okay? Anything else? Spirit, I wish you would give me a Hello Kitty card, but like Spirit's like, no. 3 of Swords in reverse. So there's a duality again. So yeah, Spirit's removing people and things out of your environment, out of your life. So that, because this baby, and Spirit's doing a cleanup job in the universe already, in the world, on planet Earth. There's already a cleanup that's happening. But your life, like Spirit's removing things out of your life and out of your environment that does not serve you, so that you can welcome in these energies and these children. You cannot be a mess within yourself in order to, because when these babies come, you got to come from a place of unconditional love. Because I hate to say it like this, but I guess I had to like break it down to where it makes sense. Like when we come in this realm, like our parents only do what they were taught through many generations, through trauma, through stuff that they've gone through, and they did the best that they could. For some of them, I believe most of them did. Some of them may have been like, oh, I didn't want you here. I didn't want to have any kids. Like, God forbid, if that's ever happened to you, I send you love. And God has a purpose for you. Like, don't believe that. That's if you came here, you were supposed to be here. So don't believe that lie. Even if it came from your own mother, your own father's mouth, whoever. But with these children here, we have to be in that divinity whole within ourselves, and loving ourselves and loving our inner child. Because when they come, we can't condition them how we were conditioned. We can't beat them down and do certain things in a way, because that's not their journey of purpose here. We had to go through those things, those templates, so that we can clear those karmic energies. A lot of you that resonate with this message are clearing generational karma, whether you believe it or not. You're clearing it out of your bloodline, because it's like with this new shift and going on in the earth, when you bring these babies here, they cannot be under that, because they're not, they have not been here before. They don't have those karmic energies on them. So yeah, your whole thing was to shed light and heal and transform, share your wisdom, and also heal and evolve within yourself, so that you could prepare the place for others to come through, for these rainbow children to come through. Like, that was what your purpose is, and you're still doing it. We're all still doing it now. But as they come in, they're not gonna know what it's like, the energy of hate, discrimination, the energy of abuse, and all that. It's complete divine unconditional love that's coming through. So you got to be right within yourself, and so does your divine counterpart, to even bring them about. It's not just oh, I got to eat better and all this shit, or my house gotta be a certain way, or I gotta have a bigger house. It's not, that's part of it, but that's not the big picture. It's the spiritual. You gotta be spiritually ready, and that's what Spirit's doing. If you're like, I don't want no fucking kids, well, I don't know. I mean, Spirit has a plan, and even if it's like you got your baby obsessed and you want a baby, like this again, it's like it's always a spiritual purpose. But this is a beautiful one. This is a beautiful gift and blessing. That's why I say it's a miracle. And then the bottom of the deck, you got the Four of Wands. Isn't that beautiful? All right, so that was the message. I'll probably do these updates every now and then. We'll see. I don't want to make a habit out of it and stuff like that unless I'm guided to. But yeah, that was the reading. I'll do probably some pick of cards on your spirit baby and what they want you to know and all that little cute stuff. You know, I'll probably do something like that. Like I said, I feel guided to, you know, tap more and do more readings for children and babies or people that have kids or will be, whatever the case may be, whatever spirit guides me to do, tapping more into divine connections, divine unions, like what you're supposed to be doing. I'll still do the how do they feels and all that type of stuff. We'll still do that, but yeah, I just wanted to tap more into this and share the channel message that I had with you guys. And as always, much love. It's hot in here. For the giveaway, stay up on my Instagram, on here as well, but Instagram because it's easier to post updates than it is on YouTube and stuff like that, because it's like video based. And community posts, I don't know how often people see community posts, so I would suggest you guys follow me on Instagram, Walu Child Readings, on there for the update about the giveaways and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys. Until next time.